Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to be doing the if I could only choose one tag. I do believe that Kelly Gooch, I don't know her last name, started this. I do love her channel. She is a cruelty-free YouTuber like I am, so I do really love watching her, and I will of course link her channel down below. But yeah, this challenge was pretty difficult. Like, honestly, going into it, I was like, oh, it's not gonna be hard, but kind of is. It's similar to the ride or die tag, except for the fact that you have to be more practical about it. Like, it's not just what's my favorite, it's what eye look am I gonna get with these palettes, what lip color is gonna look good with this for every day of the rest of your life. So it was a little bit stressful, like more stressful than makeup should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started right with it. I did add a category that I haven't seen anyone else do, and that's chapstick, just because I cannot do my makeup without putting chapstick on first. And the one that I usually reach for is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula. I love this stuff. It's like $1 at the drugstore, and it just works amazingly. It's kind of weirdly shaped. It's kind of gross, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Looks like that. And I just love this stuff. It's so moisturizing. It makes my lips feel good. It doesn't like It doesn't mess up the formula to any liquid lipstick that I've tried it with. So I do really, really like that. Moving on to primer. Primer was hard for me, you guys, because if you watch my channel at all, then you know that I mix two primers together most of the time, and that's usually the Smashbox original primer for my pores and then the Radiance primer by Smashbox. So deciding between those two was really hard for me, but I went with the Radiance one just because I feel like there are skincare options that can help with my pores that aren't included in this video. So I went with Radiance because I do really like a glowy foundation, or a glowy like under there so you can see the glow. You can hear people yelling. But I went with the Radiance one for that reasoning, because I just really like the glow, and I feel like I can help my pores somehow with skincare. So hopefully that works. Acting like it's actual thing, but you know. Foundation. I went with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain, but I'm pretty sure now it's called Natural or Neutral. Something like that. Whatever the lightest shade in the foundation is what I wear. I love this. It is the foundation I'm wearing today. I chose this one because it's not like too light coverage, but it's not super full coverage either. It's definitely a buildable foundation, so if I want it to be more like full coverage, I can build it up, and if I want that sheerer look, I can. So it's not like a heavy foundation. You can't really feel it. Like, I don't really realize that I have it on right now, but it definitely still covers what I need it to cover. So love this, and it is my favorite foundation. So concealer, I'm going to talk about two, just because I don't currently have the concealer that I would choose for this tag, which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in light neutral, maybe? I don't know, whatever the lightest shade is. But that is my favorite concealer. It's my tried and true. It's the one that works the best for me. It's flawless. It makes your skin look airbrushed, and it doesn't crease on me. It lasts all day. So that's the one I would choose. But I didn't know if you guys would think that was cheating or not, so the one that I would choose if I had to choose from what I currently have is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. I do really like this concealer. Like, it hides my dark circles, it lasts all day, it's really pretty, but it's just not my favorite. My favorite is the Urban Decay, so I would still choose this one if I had to pick from my current collection. So moving on to powders, I feel like everyone just chose one powder. So that's what I'm going to do, even though it was kind of hard. This is the Studio Makeup, what is this called? HD Finishing Powder. I really like this stuff. I did spill some, what was that stuff? I don't know what it was. It was like some serum stuff. I did spill it all over there, so it's kind of dirty right now. Really need to clean it. But I love this because it works well for baking, it works well to brush away the bake, and it works well just dusting it all over the face. There's no like flashback with it, doesn't leave like a really ugly white cast, and it definitely brightens. Like, you can see it's very bright in the places I put it, so I do really like it for that reasoning. And yeah, so this is the powder that I would choose. Contour. This is one I didn't see anyone else talk about, but I added it because I contour every day, and I would want to contour every day. And that is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Kit. I use the lightest two shades, obviously, which I think are, I don't know, Lucid and Sombre, I think. Lucid, Sombre. And you can definitely tell, like, this one hit pan a while ago, and that one's about to. But these are my favorite for contouring. It's the only contour I use. If I want to do, like, a drugstore, then I'll use the Wet n Wild one, but literally every other time it's this. So I love this. I am wearing it today. For bronzer, I chose the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. It's broken and falling out everywhere, so I'm not going to hold it up too much longer, but I love this stuff. It's just like the most natural bronzer, and I feel like you can be really messy with it, which is how I like to apply my bronzer. I use a kabuki brush, usually this one, and just go like all over the face with it, right through here and on my forehead, and of course all of those places that I bronze. And I just feel like you can be really messy with it, and it still looks not precise, but it still looks like you tried and it still looks like it's where it's supposed to be, and it's still like it's even, it's not like patchy or anything, so I really, really love it. My favorite blush, I do like all of these blushes that I've tried, but if I had to choose a shade, it would be the Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer in the shade Party. Looks like this. I've definitely done some damage on it. It is the blush that I'm wearing today, and I feel like it's just such like a neutral toned light blush that I can get away with wearing it with pretty much like any look I want. Like I can make it really sheer, kind of like it is now, or I can really build it up if I want more of like a flushed look in the winter time. And it's like not too warm tone, but not too cool tone pink, that it's gonna go with any eye look I do or any lip color I use. So that's why I chose that one, and they last like all day. For highlight, this one was hard. I really, really, really wanted to choose the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero palette, but I felt like choosing a palette was kind of cheating, so then I was like, well, what singular highlighter do I want to use? And I was leaning towards Champagne Pop, but most of the time it's too dark for me, and then I was like, well, what about this trio, and just all kinds of things. But I wound up choosing the Pixie and Aspen Ovard London Luster Glowy Powder. I chose this one because typically I reach for a white toned highlight, and this is kind of like a pale white gold highlight. It's not the one I'm wearing right now, but I do really like this highlight. I do wear it a lot. It's very beautiful. It's kind of intense, but you can definitely like calm it down or build it up. Shocker, there's my cat. Every video I film, literally every video I film, he does that. But I love this. It's very glowy, very pretty, and it's just like so buildable, but also I can sheer it out if I need to. So I do really like that. It's drugstore, so it's not too expensive. And yeah, that's why I chose that one. Moving on to brows. So brows was also kind of difficult because I was like, well, do I choose a gel, or do I choose a pencil, or do I choose a powder? How do I do that? Because usually I use a brow powder and then set it with gel. Okay, but I feel like I could only pick one, so I wound up choosing gel. This is the wrong one. Okay, this is the Milani one. I meant to choose the Tarte one, so let me go grab that. So this is the one I actually wanted. This is the Tartiste Brow Gel by Tarte. They do kind of look similar, which I guess is why I grabbed the wrong one, but I just like this one a little bit better. It just holds my brows into place longer, and it gives them like more of that like kind of fuller look. I'm wearing the Milani one right now, which is probably why it's over here, but my brow needs some help. But I do really, really like this stuff. They last all day with this stuff. So the reason I chose a brow gel instead of a powder is I can use my eyeshadow palette for that if I really wanted to, so that's why I went with gel. Next, I want to save the eyeshadow palette for last, so let's talk liner. I chose two for this as well because I chose one for like a wing and one for waterline. So for the wing, I chose Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D in the shade Trooper. I'm sure everyone and their mother knows what this is. It's just drying out. It's very beautiful, very black, very easy to use. It creates like the most beautiful wings there are. I also really like the Stila one, but I don't have that right now, and I like this one better, so this one. For the waterline, I am wearing it right now, and that is the NYX Faux Black in the shade Black Olive. Looks like this. It's a black toned green, so it's kind of like a khaki green. Like, it's so dark you can't really tell that it's green. But I love it because I do have green eyes, so putting that green in there kind of makes them pop more. And it lasts all day. It doesn't smudge in the waterline. It doesn't feel dry, so it's not like scratchy. I do wish it was a roll up. It is a pencil, so I do have to sharpen it. That's the one thing I don't like about it, but I love, love, love this. Alright, mascara. They, of course, Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. My favorite mascara is not the one I'm wearing right now, but it is my absolute favorite. I love the big old wand. Just looks beautiful. They're very voluminous, but also very like fluffy and lengthening and dark, and it lasts all day. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't get on my concealer. I can't say like enough good things about this. It's just my favorite mascara. I've never tried the waterproof one because I don't really wear waterproof mascara, but I've heard that it kind of sucks. But this one right here is amazing. I also really like the purple one that they came out with Nikki Tutorials. The purple one was cool too. Okay. Lip products. This was also really hard, you guys. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to choose a lipstick or a liquid lip. Obviously, I didn't want a lip gloss because I don't wear lip gloss, but choosing between a lipstick and a liquid lip was really hard. I wound up going with a liquid lipstick, and that is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Perla. It is what I'm wearing right now. I feel like it kind of pulls cool tone, but it also kind of pulls warm tone, so I feel like it's neutral enough to go with both kind of looks, and I feel like it's like a Your Lips But Better color, so it kind of gives the feel of like not wearing a liquid lip, but you kind of still are. I don't know. It's just my like one of my favorites, one of my go-tos, so I feel like I can get away with like a lot of eye looks with it. Like right now I have like a red, purple, brown thing going on, and it still looks okay with that, so yeah, that's why I chose that. So, the moment you guys have probably been waiting for is the eyeshadow palette. This was actually my easiest choice, I think, out of the entire thing, which I feel like most people's videos that I watched, they struggled with the eyeshadow palettes, but for me, that was like a no-brainer, and that is, whoop, there you go, that is, of course, the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I chose this simply because, A, I love the formula, and B, like, this has everything I could ever need in it. Like, what other palette has this much reaction? What? What other palette has this much options, many options? I can't speak today, or any day, really. The only thing that I feel like this palette is missing is, like, a matte white shade to set my powder down. Or not my powder, to set my concealer down that I use in my eyes. I didn't pick an eyeshadow primer, but I usually don't use one, so. But for that, I can just use my setting powder, so it's fine. But this has literally, like, everything you need. Like, the purple, I am wearing, everything on my eyes is from this palette. The purple, I love. Like, I love purples, I love blues, I love greens. I have so many greens here to play with. I have so many neutral colors right here and right here that I can use. I have the white highlight colors. I have the pinks. I can make a beautiful, like, sunset eye with this little 6-pan section right here. You can make a smoky eye, you can do purple, you can do blue, you can do gold tones. Everything that you could need is in this palette. Like, I don't think there's any looks you can't do. There's not a yellow. That's pretty much all that's not in this palette that I can think of. So, this was a no-brainer for me. Obviously, it's this palette. So yeah, that is my, if I could only choose one tag. So let me know down below what you guys would choose. I would love to hear your thoughts, or like what your holy grail items are, or any of that, or yeah, just tell me your answers down below, and don't forget to hit that like button before you go if you liked this video and you want to see me do future tags, and subscribe before you go so you don't miss out on any more of my uploads, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. Bye guys.